Hey everybody, it's a Talking Habs membership drive. And man, this season's been hard on everybody who's a Habs fan.
Hey everybody, it's Talking Habs Membership Drive. We want you to become a member at Talking Habs for your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. If you take a membership, you get entered into the Talking Habs giveaways. Enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. Matt should be joining me hopefully soon. So, we're boycotting the game tonight. By the way, no score in the game. I've got it on here, but we're boycotting because of Chicago Blackhawks and all that Kyle Beach stuff, but mainly because Jonathan Taves and Patrick Kane and their stance on whether they remembered anything or didn't and stuff that they said, I'm just not happy with it. So we're boycotting them this year. So that's why we're not doing the game tonight. Um, so we're just going to have a membership drive and have a conversation and talk. And hopefully I'll survive through. I had my flu shot yesterday and proceeded to get very sick afterward. Sometimes I never had a reaction to a flu shot before or got sick after. Oh boy, this has hit me pretty hard. Um, I was feeling a little better today. That's why I put this up. If I didn't know I was going to feel this bad at night, I would not have put this up. But it's done, and I'm here. Matt will join us, and if I'm not feeling well, Matt will take over. We'll see how it goes. So sorry if the energy's just not there tonight. I'm doing my best. So please don't be shy. Take a subscription if you want to talk. Because remember, you can always unsubscribe after if you didn't really feel like subscribing, and that's fine. I understand, but you need to if you're going to chat. And then when you're done, just hit unsubscribe, and we're good with that. So, if that's the case, that's how my live streams have been going lately. So hopefully nobody's upset at that. But yeah, I mean, if you want to chat, don't let that stop you, because to unsubscribe is also a click of the button. So there you go. We got Daryl Adams, the only one making a comment so far. Rick, Habs seem to be playing better, but just can't seem to put wins together. I mean yeah. Do we really want them to now at this point? I mean, really, when you think about it, yeah, I'd love to see them win every game, but I mean, at this point, is it going to help them to start winning more regularly? Not really. Not in the long run. If your goal is to get a good draft pick, it's probably not going to help you. So in the long run, I'm kind of happy with the way things are going at this point, since this is what we're left with for the season. So there you go. So yeah, come on, talk to me. I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here being sick in front of you guys and trying to talk. And I'd rather answer questions than try to. My brain's just not working properly tonight. I'm trying. It's an energy drink, not working tonight. Just it's not working. Oh boy, been a struggle. I got the shot yesterday too. Got home after some shopping, had supper, and realized during supper I shouldn't have eaten, and I just wasn't feeling well after that. And yeah, I haven't really eaten since. So lovely. I was supposed to have my booster shot tomorrow for COVID, and I'm glad I switched that, because if the booster shot kicks me pretty hard, that would have been pretty hard on my old body here. So I'm glad I'm glad I moved the booster shot. Hopefully, it won't affect. I'm getting on the 23rd when I think Columbus is in town. So hopefully, I'm going to be okay for that game. And then hopefully, I don't get sick over the holidays, but I might be kind of sick for the holidays. Depending how I react to that shot, we'll see. It'll be my first mRNA shot. So we'll see how that goes. So come on, peoples. I don't have a lot of energy to keep calling you out. No, let's talk. Just hit subscribe. You can say what you want to say and then unsubscribe after. That's cool. It's better than me sitting here just trying to talk. I don't know where Matt is at this point, so I don't know anymore. I'm waiting for my son to come back so he can walk my dog for me, because I can't go outside. I have the chills, and going outside, just the thought of it almost makes me want to shake. By the way, guys, like my I know it's basketball. This sweatshirt is literally at least 25 years old. My ex-brother-in-law used to work at Starter Canada as the head of the screen printing department. So I used to have a bunch of Starter Canada stuff. And I've had this for 25 years now. I'm cold, so I thought I'd wear this. I don't know. The only other sweatshirts I really have are yellow, and I don't know. I thought this was nicer. All right, I should have written a monologue. So this is a membership drive. Please consider taking a membership. They start as low as $1.99 per month, and you can unsubscribe. You can unmember anytime you feel like it. I don't know how to put it. So please consider that. Please take a subscription, subscribe, and then, like I said, you can talk. And then if you don't feel like keeping it, at any time, unsubscribe. That's cool. I understand. Just trying to get some growth to the channel with the Habs being so bad. And quite frankly, I mean, I guess I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's understandable too. There, my chair just went. That hasn't happened in forever. And it always happens while I'm on the air. Yeah, so I'm trying to get some growth to the channel, and that's why I'm doing that. There we go. My microphone decided that it didn't want to work. Oh boy, I'm going through it. Now I'm hot. So I went from chills. Right now I'm kind of hot. So, man, I've got the flu. Like, this shot gave me the flu without really having I have no fever. But I've got all the flu symptoms. It is no fun. That's all I can say. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. I haven't had the flu in forever either. I can't remember the last time I had the flu. Over 10 years. So, and I haven't gotten the flu shot in a long time. I'm wondering if that's why I got this reaction. Anyway, enough of my sickness. Let's talk. Game is on now. I will update. It is 2:24 left in the first period. No score. And the shots are 10-10. So that's the update. So I will update the game. I'm just not covering it. Feels weird, too, having the game on. We're not doing a game. Kind of feels weird. So, plus, it would be nice if Matt would show up. Hey, Filibuster, how's it going? No, I'm boycotting doing the live stream. I'm not really shunning the game. I'll keep you updated. It just we decided to do this before the season started because of in response to Jonathan Taves and Patrick Kane's answers about the Kyle Beach situation. I wasn't satisfied. I think I'm just not going to say it, but yeah, so we decided we're going to boycott Chicago Blackhawks and Winnipeg Jets because of what a save by Allen, I think. Yeah, and Winnipeg Jets because of the GM that I think was involved in, I don't know, Gary Bettman gave him a break, and I'm not happy with that. And I'm going to boycott them. Oh, I've got the game on, Phil. I've got it on. I'll update you. I'm just not doing the regular game. That's all. So we're going to do this for the 2 Chicago games and the 2 Winnipeg games. And that's it. I see Matt's just totally boycotting everything. I don't get it, but hey. So let's. What are we going to talk about? Nothing much happened in the last couple of days, so it's not really much. I couldn't gather anything really to talk about. Hey, Rich J, how's it going? I should. There's new people in the room, so just tell you, I got my flu shot yesterday. I'm kind of sick, so I'm doing my best here. That's why I was hoping Matt would be here. So give me a break. I might not have a ton of energy, but I'm here. Hey, Adamy, how's it going? Doing my best. Just waiting for my son to come walk my dog. That's something I don't like when I usually walk the dog by now, but it's okay. He's helping me out. So give me some subjects to talk about. That Zegras goal. Yeah, I've seen also now I've seen some practices of other teams and they're practicing that. I don't know if that was a save by I was gonna say Halak. Oh my god. By Allen. I don't know if he touched it or it just went off the post, but wow. Wide open net, backhand. I don't know. I think it might have hit the tip of his blade, Allen. If so, great save, and if not, just weird. Awesome, Adam. No problem. Yeah, well, not doing the game, so we're not doing a guess the score, but yeah. Well, I think this is a game Montreal. Should win. Chicago's playing shitty too. Chicago's a bad team right now too. It's two bad teams. The way it's been going though, Montreal probably loses this game. Right? Doesn't matter who they're playing. Good team, bad team. The results are mostly the same. I wonder what's with Matt. I'm going to assume he's having trouble with his Wi-Fi again. He's got to get a long cord and plug in. Got no choice. Do you think we will get? By the way, hi Darcy. Do you think we will get a lot for Price if the Habs and Price agree to be moved? Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. Like if he doesn't start playing at all, like some teams can see him that he's back to normal or whatever. I don't know. I'm going to be doing a video. The only thing I can manage today, and I wanted to do this today, but the only thing I could really manage was I made the thumbnail. But it's basically that. Will Carey Price remain a Hab? It's basically. So I'm going to try to answer that question in the video. I hope to get that done tomorrow. I hope I'm feeling better tomorrow. I just wasn't up to doing any video work today. It was just one of those days. Basically, I've been sleeping since 2, from 2 to 5:30. So I got a nap and feel a little better. But anyway, I think it's going to be up to Price, Darcy. If Price wants to move, if he doesn't want to be here for a rebuild, it's up to him. He holds the cards, right? He's got the no movement clause. So I think if he wants to go, they're going to trade him. And if he doesn't, they got no choice. If you're a rebuilding hockey team, I don't see how a rebuilding hockey team can have a $10.5 million goalie. So if you're going by that, I think you kind of have no choice. And to be honest, give Price a chance to win somewhere. At this point, why? Unless he wants to stay, different story. But if not, send him somewhere that he can win. Slinksy, yeah, you're going to probably have to hold some of his salary. And, besides, anyway, you don't really want to take back any big stars. You want to get some prospects. You want to get some draft picks. I think, maybe a first-round pick and a prospect and another draft, like something like that. I don't think you're going to get, you're not going to get this huge haul. But I think you get a first-rounder and a good prospect for Price. But I still think he might have to play a little bit before. So I think I don't think we'll see Price till January. Well, we know we won't see him till January because they said he won't be playing before the Christmas break. So we know that. I see him maybe getting in some games. I don't know exactly when. And then, the trade deadline's March 21st. Yeah, you got to think that by then they'll move him by then, or it'll be an off-season move. I was reading where people think the off-season move will probably be the best way to move him. Who knows if Price plays again this season? He might not, or he might only get in, after the Olympic break, unless he wants to go to the Olympics. If he does, he'll have to play a little bit before, I would think. So that depends. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Kind of unknown. Right now, he's just skating on the ice in full equipment, doing very little, not taking shots, doing some movement in nets and stuff like that. So they're taking it slow. which I think is the right move. Especially in this year, there's no rush to get him back. What's he going to do? How much can he change what's going on here this year? I don't think all that much. I mean, but we'll see. What did I write about? I'm working on a few things, a couple different videos. I'm still working on that rebuild video. It's just not, I don't know, I haven't got it ready. So I'm working on that. I'm going to do the price video, and we'll see what happens. I think, I don't think there's going to be a lot of movement of players until they find a GM. So we'll see how Vancouver's kind of copying, doing it a little weirdly, but they just named Jim Rutherford as the, what's the word I'm looking for? The president of hockey ops, and interim GM until they find one. So they're doing the same kind of thing, but they had already put in a coach. I don't blame them. Boudreau's done well for them so far. See if that lasts, but they kind of did it a different way. Hey, Franco, how's it going? Yeah, I see that. I've got the game on here. I'm not doing the game, but I got the game on. I saw a couple of Allen saves, so yeah. And against Chicago, who's not a really good team, so gotta hope they're gonna win. I don't know who they're gonna beat. They can't beat Chicago. Anyway, I think it's tied. I mean, there's no score, I think, after one so far, so they're still in the game. Thank you, Admi. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'll be fine. I mean, it's just a reaction to the flu shot. It's not like I got the flu, so I would think by tomorrow I should feel a lot better. I think when I got the shot, she told me you might be sick for 24 to 48 hours. It happens. I've never gotten sick from a flu shot, so this is my first time. So I'm over 24 hours now, so I figure by tomorrow I'll be fine. Rich J, I don't know that that's really true. I don't think we'll have to pick up a player like that. I don't think that's for sure. I think they'll more go after prospects and picks, right? If it's a rebuild, right? I don't think they'll take back a big contract. I think that's the point of a lot of this, right? They're moving contracts. I know people were like, if they decide or Carey Price decides to stay, they'll be able to afford him because they're going to get rid of a lot of their big contracts and they'll have lots of room on the cap. So I don't think that'll be a problem. But I think the idea is when you're moving these guys is, you're reducing your cap, you're bringing in prospects, and you're building out from there. And we'll see how that goes. I think give a thumbs up if you're having a good time watching this sick guy. Not mentally, I'm just physically sick. Trying to do this. Anyway. Yeah, that was a pretty big save there by Allen. They're just showing it again with the stick on an open net. Wow. Allen's definitely dialed in. As far as a rebuild, if you're not keeping Price, I was thinking Jake Allen could get moved too. I don't think so. I would sign Jake Allen if I could and keep him here for another few years and be that goalie. If you're in a rebuild, Allen's a good goalie for a rebuild. I don't see any problem with that. So he's won a Stanley Cup already, so he's good. He can stay. But I think, yeah, you keep Allen. What do you guys think of that? If they move Price? I mean, if they keep Price, if Price says, I want to stay through the rebuild, then I think you got to move Allen and you got to have a young guy as a backup or whatever. I don't think a young rebuilding team like this should have $14 or $15 million spent on goalies. Although they'll be able to afford it. I don't know if that's a good thing to do. They're interviewing Drouin. I don't think I have to ask. What would you guys do in a rebuild with Drouin? You'd move him? Yeah, I would move him. He's got a modified no trade clause. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that. I looked up. I got everybody on and found out who's got what like that. And yeah, I'm surprised. Drouin's got a modified no trade. Petrie's got a no movement clause happening soon. I don't know when. So if he's got a modified no trade now. I don't know when the other one kicks in, but that could be a problem. Sherrod has a modified no trade clause as well. So saying that Sherrod take the best offer, whoever's offering a first round pick, it's not the case. He has to give a list, and you got to go with those teams. So, yeah. Edmondson also has one. And I think that's it. Yeah, those are the no movement or no trade clauses. Definitely keep Allen. He was a big part of us making the playoffs. Yeah, and I think, you go with the lower costing goalie. And Allen's still a good mentor for the young kids and everything. I think Allen is a good keep, and I think that's what they'll end up doing. Phil says keeps Drouin, keep all the French. How else will you placate the media and sell those seats? Yeah, I hope that's not what they're going to do. Not just keep a guy. I mean, that's then saying they'll re-sign Perreault, they'll re-sign Paquette. I hope not. I mean, I really hope not. Slinksy, yeah. Well, I don't think that's going to be a problem for him. Hey, Matt.
What's going on, everyone? By the way, Rick, my Hanukkah bush is bigger.
Yeah, it's not a Hanukkah bush, though. You got to be Jewish for a Hanukkah bush.
I thought I was an honorary Jew.
No, not yet. We got to see your dick and see if it's circumcised first. It's got to be inspected, not by me. And now, I was thinking I gotta get a star for the top, but then that would just be too goyish.
I have an angel on top of mine.
Rich J, I don't know buyouts though. There's only when windows are open, so I don't know. I don't see anybody here you'd buy out. That I think you can't.
No, not really.
Yeah, I don't see anybody you'd have to buy out. I think you can move these guys. And maybe the guys you couldn't really move, they're going to be UFAs at the end of the season anyway, so you don't have to move them.
Mm-hmm.
Although if you could at the deadline and get something for them, would be good.
Yeah, like a guy like Sherrod.
Well, I was just saying, Sherrod's got a modified no trade. So it's not, it's not just, we can trade him anywhere. So that could affect. I mean, I think he'll get traded, but yeah. He's got a 10-team no trade. Yeah. Phil, I don't know. I think he can update the list, so he can resubmit a 10-team.
Hey, Franco.
In case it changed.
Oh, Rick, I'm going to need the next 4 days paid in full vacation time, please, and thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It's very easy. I have no problem with that. 4%. What's 4% of nothing? Do you guys get that? 4%? What do you guys get down there?
Oh, God, I have no idea.
Yeah, we get 4%, it's called, because 4% adds up to 2 weeks' pay over a year. So that's called vacation pay. That's how we get our vacation pay here in Canada.
Yeah. After my first year at where I am now, I get a week. After my second year, 2 weeks. Third year, 3 weeks. And then every year after that, I'll have 3 weeks.
Yeah. Then you get 6%.
Yeah.
If you get vacation pay.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But yeah, it's, I'm going away tomorrow. So that's why I need my vacation pay.
Where are you going?
I'm going up north to New Hampshire, White Mountains with my girlfriend. Going tomorrow to Monday.
When you say up north, you're going like really north. You're not really going north. You're still.
I'm actually going to be quite close to you to be like, I'm talking up north New Hampshire.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird to think what you guys call up north to what we call up north. That's all. I'm just, it's just weird. It's not the same.
Is that a Phoenix Suns t-shirt? When do you like basketball?
It's not. No, well, that's not. No, it's just I've had this for like 25 years.
Oh.
I don't like basketball. My ex-brother-in-law used to work at. He was the head of the screen printing department for Starter Canada.
Oh,
So
cool.
we got a whole bunch of these kind of things.
That's
The reason I have it is it's because it's purple. So my ex-wife loves purple as her color. So this was hers mostly for the last 25 years. And then she gave it back to me last year, I think. And I wear this under my coat for winter. It's super warm. But I've got the chills tonight, so that's why I'm wearing it. And I thought, color scheme is pretty nice.
Yeah.
And then I get questions. I was hoping for questions. Why do you like basketball? I don't.
Oh, I don't even have to see the writing. I know the logo. That's cool.
Logo. I don't know if it's still their logo.
Kind of, sort of.
This is 25 years old, so
I wonder if they play in the same arena the Coyotes play at.
Yeah, did you see Coyotes almost got kicked out?
I know.
Did you see their excuse? That it was an unfortunate it was a human error that they basically overlooked. They didn't realize they hadn't paid anything. So they paid everything today. So they're not getting
That's actually pretty funny.
It's too bad because if they would have got kicked out, we might have got him here in Quebec.
That's the Phoenix Suns arena. I can't really see it because of the light, but it's a different arena. It's a nicer arena, actually, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, because they pay their bills.
They also made the NBA Finals last year.
Yeah, so it's a little different. Bayboy, you're saying we have too many long-term contracts? We don't have as many as you might think. Depends what you call long-term. If you're talking 3 years, okay, but we don't have as many long-term contracts, or they're not long-term much anymore.
I've got really the only big ones are what? Anderson, Gallagher, Price, and Suzuki now.
Suzuki, yeah. Price has only got 4 years left, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's not long-term anymore. That's what I mean. I mean, there were long-term contracts, but they're not long-term anymore.
Yeah, in general, so really, it's just Galley and Suzuki, right? If you think like long-term.
Well, Galley, Anderson, Suzuki, basically that's your long-term deals. Anything over 5 years. And then there's only Price with 4 years. Everybody else is under. So there's not a lot left that's long-term, or not a lot of term left on everybody's deals. But he did sign, I guess, some. He didn't sign Weber. That was before.
Yeah, Weber kind of came with that contract.
Yeah.
Damn Flyers.
Franco says, oops, even our up north, like Mount Tremblant, isn't really up north. But it's a lot more up north than Matt's talking about. It's just because, we live north. I just find it funny, that's all. Just, it's nothing much there. Just I find it funny. Sign new guys for too many years. The new guy, well, I guess, yeah, Savard. But still, Savard after this year, it's only 3 years left. It's not like long term. But I don't know how you move that.
You really can't. Unless
you got to take out the GM, get him really drunk, have the trade papers there with you, and just get him to do it while he's really drunk. I don't see how else to do it.
This is definitely the bill that you need to sign.
Yes. Oh yeah. You're paying. Yeah. Just sign this.
Yes. 4 first-round picks for David Savard. Yes, we did it.
I'll literally right now take a bag of pucks.
Oh God, yeah.
Although he had a good game the last one.
Yeah, that assist he got on what is it, Suzuki's goal when he batted it in? I was like watching, I was like, whoa.
Where this guy? Yeah, he got his Stanley Cup ring that day. I think he was motivated because of that.
Let's
see if he continues that.
The team, they didn't really play a bad game, I didn't think either.
No, they should have won. What are you talking about?
I know.
They only lost in the last 3 minutes. Other than that,
was it like the last 10? It was under a minute left when Tampa took the lead, right?
They tied it up with 3 minutes to go, and then they won the game with a minute left. So,
what's up, Bob?
Hey, Bob, how's it going, man? How many veteran players would you keep at season's end? I'm going to tell you in a second. 1, 2, 3. That's it. 3. On my list, I've got 3 guys that you consider veterans. Otherwise, they're all young guys. If you're doing a rebuild, you build around your young guys. You keep a couple of the older guys around, and you build around them. That's my opinion. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right.
Yeah, Franco said they lost, and it was 44 seconds when they left. And, you know, of course, with the fourth line out there, you know, I don't get the guy sometimes. Did he purposely lose the game? I don't know. Just so weird. They should have won that game. Don't trade anyone on D unless you get an okay return. Well, I think Sherratt's going to get you a first rounder. I think Edmondson might get you very similar to that. And Petrie, well, Petrie should get you a good return. So
you trade Edmondson?
Eh?
You trade Edmondson?
He's 28.
I don't know. To me, he's a veteran guy that I'd like to keep around.
I could see keeping him. I'm not, but I also, considering he's 28. You know, I think if they're rebuilding, now this is all if they're actually going to do a rebuild. Anybody who's going to be 30 next year or more has got to go. Now, Edmondson won't be, but he'll be really close. So I could see doing that. But he's only got 2 years left after this year. So I don't know. With Edmondson, I think if you're moving the vets, you're moving Edmondson. That's what I think. Plus, you got a lot of young guys on defense that are coming up. I mean, you got to take a couple of years to play your young guys and give them experience and all that good stuff before you're going to get better. So, I don't know. Depends. But I have them on the move list. Rich J says, keep Edmondson and Petrie. Yeah, I mean, look, you got to remember, if they're doing a rebuild, you can't get stuck on guys you like. It doesn't become that anymore. It's business. And if you're rebuilding, you got to move guys.
Yeah.
And those are the guys you've got to move, whether it hurts or not. And that's what it is. If they're rebuilding, we're going to be shitty for a couple of years at least. And there's no saving that by keeping Petrie here or Edmondson here or whatever. There's no saving it. You can't avoid it. So that's my opinion. No, I don't think they need to keep Petrie. I think they can get a good return for Petrie. On a rebuilding team, that's what you're looking for, is a return. First round pick, whatever. You're looking for that. That's how you rebuild.
If Petrie was playing the way he was last year, I could see a first. But right now,
no. Listen, if anybody thinks Jeff Petrie's done, that's ridiculous.
No, I mean, obviously he's not.
So you might not get as big a return, but you'll get a good return. But yeah, I mean, he needs to play better. Retool, not rebuild. Well, that's the decision they're going to make, right? And it makes all the difference of who stays, who goes, if you're retooling or you're rebuilding. It's Galley. I don't agree with. I think I'd keep Galley as the captain, as your leader, and go forward that way. Bob would like our opinions on A, how swiftly Vancouver cleaned house, and B, how the trio of Rutherford, Boudreau, Walker will perform, and C, did the Habs miss the boat on Rutherford, who is a proven GM? I maybe it's not popular. I'm going to say, Rutherford is getting too old. That's my opinion. And I thought his last couple of seasons with Pittsburgh, I don't know. I thought he made mistakes.
He did. He made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, so I think he's kind of. I don't know. I don't think it's going to prove out good for them. To be honest, depends who they bring in as GM. How quickly they cleaned house.
I thought it was coming. I wasn't really shocked by it. I think we all kind of knew it was coming.
Yeah, I think
at least the Benning portion, because I mean,
that's slow. It took probably 2 years too late for them for that. But
right.
I mean, they did it all pretty much one shot, like Montreal. I'm not sure what you mean by how quickly they waited. Like Montreal also should have done this earlier, but yeah, I don't know. How the Habs missed the boat? I don't really think. I guess I answered it. I'm not big on Rutherford. I thought he made some mistakes with Pittsburgh at the end there. I don't know. At his age and everything, seeing that, I don't know. I think I might not want to go that way. I like the fact that Gorton's younger, more vibrant, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I like that. I think, I wouldn't go. I'm glad they didn't go after Rutherford. My opinion.
Yeah, me too. Well, he doesn't speak French, so he wasn't coming here anyway.
Well, this is another point, right? He's not. He could have done. No, I think they're talking about instead of Gorton, right? I think that's what you're talking about. Instead of bringing Gorton in, they could have brought in Rutherford. I don't think he's talking about to be the GM. But no, I don't agree with that.
Even then, I think we have a guy in Gorton here who's proven that he can rebuild a team and make it competitive. I mean, look at the Rangers. A lot younger. You know what I mean? He's proven that he knows how to do his job. He knows how to rebuild a team and make it competitive.
No, exactly. So I don't think we're losing any. If you believe in Rutherford, I don't think Gordon's worse. I think Gordon's, to me, better.
No, and look at the team. When was the last time Jim Rutherford actually had to rebuild a team? I mean, look at what he's had in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean?
He didn't really rebuild there, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's right. So, I'm happier with what we got. Does Rutherford speak French? I doubt it. I doubt he does. But neither does Gordon. So, for the president of Hockey Ops, that would be fine. But, no. Eric would trade Galley if a decent offer came along. That's going to be the problem, though, I think, right there. Really, it's $6.5 million. I mean, I don't know what kind of offers you're going to get for Galley. Right? That's why I think Galley's your captain, your leader. He sets the tone, like that kind of stuff. I think Galley's going to – I'd keep him for that because I don't think you're going to get full value back for Galley. Not at that contract. That's the one. Probably now that's not looking like a good contract at all. At all.
No.
Okay, Bob, that's what you mean? Yeah, I mean, I've been waiting for Benning to get I even Travis Green, like all season, kind of waiting to hear that they got fired. So
yeah.
No, Gordon doesn't need to speak French. He's president of Hockey Ops. You don't need that.
He's taking French lessons, though. Apparently, his wife bought him French lessons.
But he did say he's been learning golf for 30 years and he still sucks. So don't expect much. So that's, says it all right there. But he doesn't need it.
Really pissed me off, too, that the French media is, up in arms over the fact that he doesn't speak French. Who cares?
No, they're not up in arms. I think it's more that he's an American. I think if he was a Canadian guy, it would be much more, there would have been less about that. I think they're not happy that it's an American guy. No lessons learned about, you get the best people. That's it. It doesn't matter really where they come from or what languages they speak, as long as they speak English, the language of NHL, and they're qualified. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So as far as Rutherford might have gone over easier here than Gorton, but I don't know that he's better.
Bob, Gorton didn't get fired for his successes. He got fired because he spoke up against Evil Corp.
Yeah, he got fired. Oh, I have it too. I don't know if I still have the thing. He got fired for the statement they released after the Tom Wilson and Artemi Panarin bout last season.
Bout,
about fighting. So,
wasn't a fight. Wilson tried to kill him.
And he wasn't even the one that he got fired because he didn't get that stopped from coming out. So, did he get fired because he was bad? No. Did they make a mistake, I think, firing him? Yeah.
I was shocked. I was like, what in the hell are they doing?
Yeah. It was all because of a statement that they didn't know about, but they didn't stop it because they didn't know about it, and that's why they really got fired. Him and John Davidson.
But I don't think they should have stopped it either. You know what I mean? I think it was absolutely correct.
I do too. And they probably knew about it and didn't stop it. And that's probably really what happened. But yeah, that's what they got fired for. I know a lot of people think, yeah, he got fired because he was whatever, no good or whatever. Not true. Totally dumb firing.
Absolutely.
Oh wow! Is there any chance Alan Vigneault from Philly does another tour? You know what? I don't know that the fans would accept him, considering 2 years ago in the playoffs, if you remember, we played Philly, and the comments about the Gallagher injury. Remember the cross check to all that, and his comments were like, "Yeah, we're really stupid." And then he said that he doesn't pay attention to things because he's concentrating on the playoffs and he doesn't pay on the moves. I think that ruined him with fans. I don't know if that's an easy sell to bring Vigneault back. I'm not gonna like it. I lost total respect for the guy.
Oh yeah.
And I haven't been updating, have I? Apparently another great save by Allen in the game. But yeah, sorry, I'm not really watching because I'm doing this, but I'm going to tell you what it is. This stuff's not up on the screen right now. As soon as I will tell you the update for those of you not watching. But Allen having another good game. I mean, Allen just been solid this season, just solid. He just spit in his helmet. What the hell would he do that for? All right. Let's see now. Here comes an update. So it's still no score. There, it's 13:30 left in the second. Chicago's on a power play. They're up 17-12 in shots, but no score. Okay, wait, where am I? Coach will be gone at season's end. I would think, unless he turns it around, I would think. Yeah, he won't turn it around. Eric,
we don't want that. We want Shane Wright. Right now we're projected 3rd overall,
which is great because 3rd overall means you're guaranteed a top 5 pick. You might be a first, but you're guaranteed at least top 5. If they finish last, and that would be 3rd from the bottom if they finish for what Match said. If they finish last in the league, they're guaranteed a top 3 pick. Not bad. I say go
top
for
4.
It. Top 3 because there's only 2 lottery picks now.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So it's guaranteed top 3. Boom. They'll finish.
Listen, we still have really good odds of winning the 1st overall pick. So I'd like to stay there.
Well, great odds. I mean, they've got better odds than usual. That's for sure.
And hell, the draft's in Montreal. I mean, what more could go? You know what I mean? The stars are aligning for us to win the 1st overall pick.
Yeah, and have a few 1st round picks. I'd like to see them have at least 3 1st round picks from the moves they made. Rich A says for sure Habs will hire Vigneault. Nah, no, they're not going to hire Vigneault. I'd be shocked about that. If they hire Vigneault, I'm going to be a bit shocked.
Yeah, me too. They better stay clear of Michel Therrien too.
Bob, wait a second. Bob says, so will the same fate happen in Montreal for Gorton? No. I don't think so. I mean, what he got fired for, he didn't do. I don't think that's going to happen twice. Gorton and Patrick Roy, I think, are quite different. And no, I don't want Patrick Roy here. For replacing Ducharme, do I have any ideas? Not really.
Rick Seligman. That's my pick.
We want them to be better. We need a developmental coach. I'm going to just say that. I think we need a guy that's considered a developmental coach. 2-3 years, and then you move on to somebody who is a winning coach that can win a championship. If you're doing a rebuild. Peter Laviolette for what, GM?
Coach, probably.
Coach. But Laviolette doesn't speak French.
Nope, he's from Massachusetts too.
He's not French. I know his name is kind of, but he's not.
No, he's American. He's from my state. He's from Massachusetts.
So, they were talking about the first GM name that came out. It's an English guy from Montreal, bilingual, but it's an English name. That's going to be a really tough sell. You got Gorton. He's an American, and they're already not the most pleased with that. And you want to, if they try to bring in two more English names or English people, GM and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So, if you ask me, anyway, you need to be what's the saying? Quebecois de souche, apparently, to be the GM here.
I still like Darsh. I really do. I really still like Matthew Darsh.
I know I did the video and I've got him in there. I think Darsh is a candidate. I kind of feel like they're going to go with somebody totally different like that, like a player agent. Somebody like that. I think or Daniel Briere, a former player, but who hasn't been in the NHL in that position yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really think they're going that way. So we'll see. Because they got Gorton as the experienced guy. New guy they bring in doesn't have to be experienced.
Right.
Right? So Darsh fits, but I kind of think they're going player agent with all the contacts a player agent would have and all that kind of stuff. Like, I really see that being and I didn't think about that when I was doing the video. I didn't think they would go that way, but he kind of said that he's looking outside the box for someone like that. So we'll have to see. Bob, yeah, I mean, it was, but that's clearly he's not really the way he plays kids. That's not developing them. At least I don't know, unless somehow down the road of the season it proves that, oh, look, they're all better, and maybe Ducharme was right. I don't see that happening. Why do you have a Phoenix Suns shirt on? Because I'm cold and it's super warm. I'm not feeling well tonight, so I like this. I'm sorry. I'll hide the logo. I know it's not hockey, but it's just a membership drive video, which we're not really membership driving too much. What can you do? Bob says he called for Matthew Darsh to be the next GM about 2 months ago, right here on Talking Habs. Yeah, I think I remember that. I think he's got a good shot. He was my favorite of the top candidates to make it. So, yeah. I kind of think of those guys in my video. I think Briere and Darsh are really in the running. So, who's the non-francophone to the search committee? You're talking about Bob Gainey? As far as I know, it's just going to be between Molson, Gorton, and Gainey to decide on the GM. I saw something about that today.
Bob Gainey? What the hell is his position with the team?
No, he's on the committee to pick the next GM. He's helping. Gainey speaks French though, so that's not a problem. He was GM, he speaks French. So I don't know. Is that what you're talking about? You're talking about Gainey or somebody else that I hadn't heard about? Bob, you might be right about Ducharme, but I mean, that's not, I don't know. That's been a problem with every coach here. Play the veterans. So you got to think Gorton right now is telling him to play the kids more, don't you think?
Yeah, but then it comes down to how stubborn is Ducharme.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
Because I bet you you're right. I bet you Gorton wants the kids playing.
You got to think. He'd be talking to them and say, listen, you want to stay here longer, play the kids. Or we'll bring in somebody who will. Bob, if the object of what you're doing is to keep your job, at all costs. Then you play the vets. I get it. But it's kind of mercenary, and it doesn't really get the job done. So, or it hasn't anyway. Whoop, that's my son blowing his nose. Do you guys hear that? That's how loud he is. Although it sounded like I farted, but that's not really what happened. Mm-hmm. That's my son. He can be loud doing that. Yeah, I think we'll stay another 10 minutes, and then I think that's it. So I don't even know what to say at this point. Honestly, I'm going to do an update here on the game when they show the clock. So let's see. We got 8:25 left in the second. Still no score. 17-15 now shots on goal. So Montreal's come back with some shots. Winning equal. Well, of course, winning means keeping your job. I don't get why Barry Trotz of Washington. I thought there was talk of him getting whatever here right now with the way the Islanders are playing. Barry Trotz is a good coach, though. Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys, for my just not feeling good today. If you weren't here at the beginning, I am not feeling good today. If you can't tell already. Bob, didn't he get fired right after winning the cup? You're talking about Trotz. Did he get fired? Or I guess he got fired. I know he was the coach there when they won, and then he left for. I have this feeling he didn't get fired though. His contract was up and he left. That's what's in my. I don't know. Like, who would fire a coach after they won the cup? Anybody know the answer to that? Did Trotz get fired after winning the cup, or did he just leave?
I don't remember.
I think he left. I think his contract was up and he left. Bob said didn't renew contract equals getting fired. No, it doesn't. No, that doesn't. Didn't renew his contract. That's totally on his term. That equals quitting. That doesn't equal getting fired. If they don't renew his contract, that's like getting fired. But from what I remember, I thought he was leaving. But you could be right. Maybe they didn't want to re-sign him. I don't know. So it depends. If they don't want to re-sign him, it's like getting fired. If he doesn't want to re-sign, it's like quitting. I mean, that's how it works. Penalty here in the game. I don't know to who. For hooking to, it looks like someone with a 4 on their number. Montreal. So Montreal gets a hooking call. Nice save again by Allen, being in the right place at the right time. Yeah, I'm just trying to. My brain's not working tonight. Bob, I don't. Like I said, I don't know. I don't remember exactly, but I know it wasn't. It wasn't like they announced that they fired the coach. So it was one way or the other. They didn't re-sign him. He didn't re-sign. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's kind of weird. They wouldn't have tried to re-sign him. So I think he didn't want to stay personally. And he didn't re-sign. And maybe Lamoriello reached out to him and said, hey, come over here. Don't resign. Like, that could have happened, and he didn't resign. I can't think of it. Oh, they just scored a power play goal, Chicago. It's 1-0 Chicago. And guess who it is, too? One of the reasons why we're boycotting this game scores.
Patty Kane?
Nope, the other one.
Tays?
Yep. At least Franco agrees. Calls him a piece of shit. That's what I think.
He is a piece of shit.
He is.
She said no, Patrick.
Yep. Taves and Kane, both pieces of shit. But I've always thought Kane was, but that's beside. Yeah, Hago, it wasn't Habs. Well, still, look, it's still a lot of time in the game, so we'll see. Chicago's not a really good team, so Montreal should have a chance here. You'd think. It's still weird not doing the game. Having the game on, being a live streamer, we're not doing the game. Kind of weird. I'm not sure if I'm hungry or not. Finally, I haven't eaten all day, and yeah, I'm not sure if I'm hungry. I might be hungry. Wow, I might be hungry. Weird. So there's 5:30 left in the second period now. 1-0 Chicago. 21-16 now shots on goal. So even the shitty teams, Montreal's having trouble against.
Fine with me, as long as we have a good draft pick.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's the whole thing. Franco, yeah, I'm not going to eat much. I think I might have some toast if I eat supper. That's
have a good night, Bob.
That's what my supper is going to be, toast. Hey, have a good night, Bob. No problem, anytime. We're gonna go soon too. Another 5 minutes. Because yeah, I'm tired. I hope tomorrow is better. And then Saturday, well, we got the game Saturday. They're in St. Louis on the road trip. First game of I think a 6-game road trip, 5 or 6 games. So that should be interesting. Watch them lose on the road instead of at home. Different scenery.
Bob, there's another Matt? Where? I don't see him.
Yeah, I don't know. He mentioned it twice.
Appreciate you, Bob.
So, yeah, I don't know. This is one of those nights. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm going to. Well, hopefully tomorrow I'll be working on the Carey Price video, and I've got this video for the rebuild. So I'm not sure. I've had
Carey
this thing
Price video.
I've had this thing though for a couple of days. I just haven't got the right angle on it. I'm not comfortable with what I've got, so I got to work on it a little bit more. And if you're old, remember Paul Masson wines. We will serve no wine before it's time. It's kind of like my videos.
What are you? Why are you gonna make a video on Price? Is it about his future or when he'll come back or?
Yeah. What do I think his future with the Habs is?
Cool.
So all I got so far today was I made a thumbnail. And then I ran out of energy. So I went to sleep for a few hours. So hopefully tomorrow will be better. Well, anyway, I think we're losing everybody. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're going to call it here in a few minutes. 2 more minutes. So who wants to talk about what for the last couple of minutes? And watch now everybody leave.
How about them New England Patriots?
Yeah, no, let's talk about something interesting.
Well, it is interesting. They're the one seed in the AFC again. We back.
No, that's okay. What do you guys think of Canada if they go to the Olympics? Canada being in the same grouping as China for the first round.
Yeah, the group it's China, the U.S., Canada, and another country I can't remember.
Yeah, China's in the group of death. They call that one. China's there. This is going to be bad for China.
Oh my God, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose to both of our teams 50-0.
It's going to be pretty lopsided victories, I would think. Franco, yeah, I mean, that's basically what my video will be about. Speculating about what Price wants, what's going to happen, where he might end up if he does go. That's what that's the idea for the video. Like I said, didn't get far in writing it. I just got a thumbnail made. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
If we do have an Olympics, I'll be other countries blow them away. You're talking about China? China's going to get blown away. China's going to get destroyed. Like, just the fact that they didn't know if they were good enough to be considered, and it took them, I don't know, a couple of weeks to decide that China will be allowed. That, yeah, they're going to get blown away. I can't imagine who they have. Has there been a Chinese hockey player? I don't know of one. Do you? Has there been a Chinese hockey player? It might be like a Chinese Canadian, a Chinese American, but I mean a guy from China come over and actually be.
Not to my knowledge.
Don't know of anybody from China that's been a hockey player. So I wonder what. I guess you're going to get guys from other countries that have Chinese citizenship or whatever. You're going to get a lot of that, I would think. Like, I don't know. I don't know what kind of team they're put out, but it'll be interesting. Yeah, but it was being decided if they were good enough to actually be there, and it ended up whether under pressure by China or not, they got approved to actually be there. I mean, they have to have what's the word I'm looking for? They have to at least be good enough to compete. They decided they're good enough to compete. I don't really agree with that, but we'll see if it comes off. We'll see if that was right or not. I don't see how they're going to be good enough to compete. They're not going to win a game. They're not going to make it out of their grouping.
Can you imagine if they like upset Canada?
Only if it were like if they picked club teams to go over there and they picked the Habs to go represent Canada. That could be. The way Montreal's playing right now, I could see them losing to anyone. But nah, they're not going to beat anybody. They're ranked 34th in the world. Yeah. And is that good enough? Like, how many teams are in the Olympics for hockey? Do you know?
I'll tell you right now. Hold on.
So I'm wondering how, like, that's like, they're probably good 15 teams that were better than them. That should maybe be in. I don't know how many teams are in the Olympics. Probably a dozen. 15.
12 countries.
Yeah, I was right. A dozen.
All right, here are the groups. Group A, Canada, United States, Germany, China. Group B, Russia, Czech Republic, Switzerland, Denmark. Group C, Finland, Sweden, Slovakia, Latvia.
There you go. So they're ranked 34th. There's 12 teams. So basically, there are 21 teams that are ranked higher than them that aren't there. Yeah. They're going to do well. Yeah. Slaughter. What's been the most lopsided score in Olympic hockey? Do you know?
I'd have to look.
Anybody out there know what's been like the most lopsided score? I'm pretty sure it's involved China or Japan or one of those Asian countries that were in there. I know. I think the worst. I'm not sure if I once heard of or saw a 60-0 game, but I don't know. That's in my head. I don't know if that's true. In the game, the period's about to close out. 30 seconds left. It's 1-0 Chicago. Shots are basically the same as the last time. 21-17 right now. Oh, here's a question. Actually, I'm curious how. There's 17 people. What do you guys think of the Jacob Trouba hits last two games? Dirty, clean. What do you guys think? I kind of look at it like this. I think technically they're on the clean side, but I think his technique is kind of dirty. And I think anytime that a player walks away with a brain injury of any kind, even if it's just a concussion, there's something wrong with it. A clean hit should not leave a player with a brain injury.
No.
That's my opinion. So Jacob Trouba deserves a stick to the head for going around and injuring players on purpose. And you want to say it's not on purpose, sorry, but when you're making hits like that, and to use the excuse that the guy had his head down, I think we're not as brutal as when we were younger, and that was the game. I think there's got to be a change made for that.
Mm-hmm.
How many times in a game there might be a minute or a few seconds here and there where you got to look down for a second. Does that mean you should get hit? And is it not predatory if a guy's looking for guys that their heads are down to hit them? Is that not predatory? My questions.
Yeah, speaking of that, I can't believe Leaf fans are up in arms over Jason Spezza getting 6 games.
Really? You can't believe anything from Leafs fans? I believe anything.
Well, I'm shocked he only got 6. I thought he was going to get more.
Okay, so the comments I've seen on Twitter are in this way. If Corey Perry didn't get a penalty or subsequent discipline after he purposely took out John Tavares, then this should not be a penalty. That's how fucking deranged they are. They still think Corey Perry hit Tavares on purpose. And that this was the same. So, is he a repeat offender? I'm sorry, when you target a guy's head with your knee, like he did, Spezza, I know he's not this is the first time, I believe. I don't care if you've done it before or not. You're gone. I would have given him 10.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I'm surprised he got 6. I thought it was going to be more.
Yep.
And I don't, 10. I don't understand. Well, they're Leaf fans, so they'll believe anything. But, if you look at the plays side by side, one's a bang play. Tavares goes down and Perry goes, shit, I don't have time to get out of the way.
He didn't. The guy fell right in front of him.
Neil Pionk's on the ground on his knees trying to bat the puck away, and Spencer comes right in with his knee.
Not only that, you see he saw it, and then his knee went into I call it an arrowhead, and went right at his head.
Oh, yeah.
And purposely, he went right into it. So that's dirty as fuck, and he should have been thrown out for 10 games.
Not only that, but people are also trying to say, Spencer was going to hit him in the body. How's he going to hit him in the body when he's laying on the ice?
Right. And his knee was going, and if you look at that and say, his knee was accidentally hit him in the head. His knee, he wasn't going for that hit. He saw him going down, and his knee went, let's go get this guy. That's predatory.
Pionk was already down. I mean, what was Spencer going to do? Drop an elbow off the top rope?
Yeah, exactly. Ridiculous.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Franco says, unfortunately, Chiara shouldn't be playing any longer. That Romanov hit last year, he totally caught him. I remember that. I thought it was the same guy. It doesn't change the fact that, I get that it was a clean hit in a lot of respects, but Trouba's, from what I've been reading, Trouba's style of hitting is he leans into it. And then when he contacts, he comes up because he's leaning in. And that's where he's aiming at the chest, but because he down and then comes up, he catches the chin. Not clean. So I'm sorry. It might have been intended to be clean, but it doesn't come out that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in totally disagreement with people who go, that's clean, keep your head up, and laughing. How do you laugh at a guy getting hurt like that? What's wrong with us as people that we can look at that and go, he should have had his head up. Good for him. He's dead. Really? That's where we're at? Aren't we trying to clean up the game somehow? Hits like that just shouldn't be allowed on a guy with his head down. Okay. Call me whatever you want, that I'm too soft. I'm sorry. There's some point where we got to protect players.
No, and it's interesting, and I always go back to this quote from Steve Dangle. I forget the video it was in, but he's 100% right. Humans are the dumbest creatures on this earth, and it's just not close.
Yep, especially Americans, right? No, I didn't say that.
Oh.
I'm
Are we getting a problem with Americans now?
I'm American, so I can say that. No, but you're right. I mean, it's here. Look, I'm in Quebec. Every day I just walk. When I walk my dog, I how many times I just gotta. I'm talking to myself like, God, people are so dumb, and it's everywhere. It's just everywhere.
I mean, even like when Evans got destroyed, when he got wrecked in the playoffs. I mean, even people were like, "Oh, he should have kept his head up." I'm like. It's an empty net. I don't think he thought a reasonable hockey player would charge at him from the other side of the ice and hit him,
And if Scheifele was so right, how come this year when it happened again, did you see there? It was another incident. I don't know what team he was playing against. Same incident. He was racing in. The guy went around the net, put the puck in the net. This time, he went into the net and tried to stop it. Kind of like he said he was going to do with the Evans one. So I think I think he's full of shit. And this time he paid the price and learned. Right? Why didn't he go after that guy the way he went after Evans? If it was so good and was right. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. It makes me angry when you're seeing these guys hurt each other like that so badly. Thought we were over that. Right?
It's almost as if, we forget that these people, like, they're human beings.
That's it.
That's
it. And we laugh at a guy getting hurt like that. And I don't think that's very funny.
No.
I guess. I'm soft. I'm so soft. Wasn't NHL Players Union disputing length of suspension? What, for Spezza? And I didn't hear anything about that. Honestly, I didn't. If anything, they should say that it should be longer. If you ask me. Habs have to be the most passive PK in the league. They pressure nobody. Although their PK's been better lately. Up around the 90% mark for the last few weeks. So it's gotten better.
Mm-hmm. Right, Eric, you're absolutely right. Spezza's hit was retaliation. And, again, kind of going back to something that Steve Dangles kind of said in the past. What happened in that game is exactly what happens when the game is not called properly, when the referees lose total control. And that's really what the big problem in that game was.
Yep.
Because if the referees call that game right, they don't lose control, none of that happens.
100%. The refs suck. It has to do with not hockey ops. DOPS, Department of Player Safety, suck. And it's like open season on players, and I don't get it. If your product is these players, I don't get why you want to allow them to hurt each other like that.
And I guess the head official in that game has a history of letting games get out of control.
Yeah,
I forget the name of the official, but he's been in games where he loses control of the games. Like
sounds like Chris Lee to me. Was it Chris Lee?
No, it's
sounds like a Chris Lee game to me.
It was.
There's a few bad refs like that, though. It's not just Chris Lee. There's a few bad ones. There's more bad ones than good ones these days, I think. Although I think I felt like that probably my whole hockey life. I felt that the refs suck. And maybe no more so than like these days. They're just they really need glasses. I think to apply when the ad, like looking for refs, you have to have eye issues, like eyesight problems. I think that's a requirement. Now, don't worry about who it was. It doesn't really matter. There's just a lot of shitty refs.
Brad Meyer
is
the referee, and he was actually, from what I'm reading here, he got reprimanded for It was game 2 in 2019, Toronto and Boston, when that game got out of hand, and Kadri almost killed Jake DeBrusk.
Yeah.
And you have a referee who's been reprimanded because he can't keep hold of a game. Why is he still reffing?
So what's he still doing reffing?
Exactly. Well, we saw what happens when he refs. I mean, the game gets out of hand. And
Yep. Babai asked, why do you think they took names off officials' jerseys? Yeah, so they don't get targeted after the games or whatever. Something like that. Because they're all lousy, so it doesn't matter what their names are. They're just bad.
Yeah, you're pretty much right, Babai.
Reprimand is, please don't do that again. Yeah, slap on the wrist. Reprimands are slaps on the wrist. I did a video talking about the refs, and I said they should all be let go at the end of the season and then have to pass through evaluations to get their jobs back. I'm not really joking when I say that. I think that's what they need to do. Can they, though? Because because there's a union for them. So they can't really, but that's what they need to do. And they need to, training for them has to be better. I don't know. I don't get what's going on. Darcy, yeah, I called for 10 in my video. 10 games, I thought. 6, just not enough. He got 6, I'm sure, because he's a first-time offender.
Mm-hmm.
So he only got 6. I think for something like that, like a guy like Tom Wilson or whatever would get a lot more.
Well, you would think, but then again, Tom Wilson tried to commit murder and got a fine.
True. And then, I'll talk the Pierre-Luc Dubois incident. Now, I have to say, it doesn't bother me, that one, because of who he was throwing around. But I mean, still, you shouldn't be able to do that.
Right.
Although I think there should be a rule that the only player you should be able to do that to is Austin Matthews. I think that's fine with me, but nobody else.
It's so funny, too, because Austin Matthews just skates away, which I get it. I mean, in that situation, you're probably thinking you're going to get a power play, but, at some point, you got to stand up for yourself. Otherwise, you're just going to keep getting abused.
If I thought Austin Matthews was smart enough to think his way through it like that, we're going to get a power play. If I really thought that, I would say yeah. But anybody who really thinks that, you're freaking delusional. The guy probably has to go to the dressing room to change his underwear because he's shitting himself. Okay? I'm not a fighter, but if somebody does that to me when I get pushed away I'm coming after him. How did he not get up and then I don't care if there's a ref there. How do you not get up and you're in front of how many thousands of people and you don't have enough pride in yourself to fight back? Mm-hmm. Nope. He's soft.
He really is.
Franco, I didn't know. I hope they do talk about violence. Will they do anything about it? I don't know, though. But I hope. Franco says Board of Governors should be talking about violence tomorrow. They need to. They got to do something. And, the Trouba hits, it's violent, but it's not what we would normally put in that realm, but it should be. They've got to do something about it. It's kind of predatory if a guy keeps making hits like that and taking guys out to say that, well, it's just a clean hit, nothing predatory about it. But if it's the same guy doing it, that's a bit predatory to me. You're just looking for guys with their heads down to give them those big hits. That's kind of predatory. Knowing what's going to happen, right? Anyway, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But that's how I see it. All right. I think I'm going to call it here because I'm not feeling well.
That's fine. You know what's funny? So I'm looking at the but before we go here, this is hilarious. I'm looking at the rankings, like the international hockey rankings.
Yeah.
And there's divisions to it. And all the teams, right, that aren't China, that are in the Olympics, are in the championship division or Division 1. They play in the IIHF. China's Division 2A.
Yeah. They're 34th. I mean, they're far down.
They're actually 32nd. You know what's funny? Italy and Great Britain are both in Division 1. in the championship division.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Well, okay. So Italy, though, there's a lot of kids that have Italian citizenship that I know live here in Montreal. There's some good hockey players, so they can get those guys playing for them. So I guess that. And who was the other one? Great Britain, same thing.
Yeah, there actually are some decent leagues over in England.
They're really into hockey there these days. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me as much. Italy, I know for a fact that there's a lot of kids from Montreal that I've seen when I'm watching those kind of games that they're here, but they have Italian citizenship because of their parents.
Mm-hmm.
So they recruit them. So that's decent hockey team.
So there's 55, I guess, total teams that are ranked total. China's ranked right now 32nd.
Have a good night, Franco. Thanks for being here, buddy. Eric, I'm not saying they need to fight, but I'm just saying, like, how does a guy let that happen to him in a situation like that and just skates away like that? I don't get it. The guy's soft. When Maple Leaf fans admit that Matthews is soft, you know he's soft. Although, what does Steve Dangle say? Not only would he take you out, but your father too. Like, they're saying that if Matthews actually fought, he'd destroy people. Like, yeah. No. That's not a thing.
No.
And you know what? If it's going to be a thing, I'd like to see that happen to prove that. I'd like to see him actually put up his gloves and fight and see if that's true. Because I suspect he'll get taken apart and destroyed.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah, a lot more than likely. I can't see. Yeah, he's soft.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to break a nail. Yeah, that's right.
Israel has a hockey team.
Yes, they do. And
they're ranked 34th.
No, true, but I think coached by for a while anyway, if not still, by Jean Perron, the ex-Habs coach.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Apparently, Kuwait has a hockey team.
Where do they get ice?
The UAB, United Arab Emirates has a hockey team. South Africa has a hockey team.
Really, eh? You kind of wouldn't think so. I don't know why, but I don't know. Those kind of countries, you wouldn't think there's big interest in hockey.
I mean, they're all in like the bottom of the rankings. Like the 55th ranked team out of 55 right now is Singapore.
Still, I mean, those aren't countries you traditionally think would be competitive in any way in hockey.
The Philippines is 54th. Apparently, they have a hockey team.
I knew that.
Really? You knew the Philippines did?
Yeah.
North Korea, I guess, has a hockey team.
North Korea.
Yeah, both Koreas.
North Korea has a hockey team.
South Korea's hockey team is actually in the top 20 in the world.
But North Korea.
Yeah, they are.
How do they afford it?
I don't know.
I guess the players don't eat much.
Maybe it's a roll. Maybe they have to put on rollerblades and play that way.
Honestly, that surprises me. North Korea. I just wouldn't think a country like that would have a hockey team.
Mm.
Maybe Kim, whatever his name is, likes hockey.
I know he's a big basketball fan.
That I knew too, yeah. But so maybe he's a big sports fan. That's why. But that surprises me.
Hong Kong, Thailand, Kuwait.
Darcy says, I've never seen Larry Robinson fight until he whipped Dave Schultz. Larry Robinson fought only a few times, but he's so strong. And once he fought a couple times, you weren't fighting Larry Robinson. Nope. Apparently, hitting Larry Robinson with a check was like running into a tree. He was immensely strong. A farm boy from Ontario. And used to, just a really strong character. But yeah, he fought Dave Schultz. I don't remember him fighting much after that. I think once he fought Dave Schultz, it was like, nope, we're not taking on Larry Robinson. Great hockey player.
Oh, God, yeah.
Big Bird.
One of the all-time greats.
Yeah, I have his autograph. I delivered a pizza to him once.
Man, he's a big dude. He's a big boy, too. He had some size.
I remember he had a garage, like a detailing place called Dingies. So they do car detailing. Mm-hmm. So I deliver. They call for pizza. He's a friend of my boss at the restaurant. They were friends. So he calls for pizza. First time I get an opportunity to meet him. I've heard so much and all that. So I go. Now he's standing at the bottom of the garage, like at the door. So I'm standing up a little bit from him, and he's standing a little bit lower, and I still have to do that. Like, man, he seems so big. Yeah, nice guy though, really nice guy. You know,
yeah,
anyway, I got his autograph. I said, "Can you sign this for my son?" It wasn't for my son. My son was a year old. It was for me. I was too shy to ask for myself. That's funny, but I got his autograph. I think I've showed it in some videos.
Could have had Guy Lafleur's autograph.
Could have if I wasn't such an idiot. I'm not going there.
Oh man, was that Guy Lafleur? Yeah, son of a bitch.
Yep. On that note, yeah, I think we're gonna call it here. We're at 90, almost at 9 minutes. Yeah, I don't want to be embarrassed by my stupid story. Yeah, I think we'll call it tonight. So the game, let's update the game. Third period, just over 17 minutes left, and it's still 1-0 Chicago. So against a shitty team like Chicago, Montreal still can't score. Interesting. Anyway, nothing new there. Nope. So have a good night, everybody. I'll be back on Saturday for the St. Louis game. Pre-game show should be at 5, maybe at 4. It's going to be Saturday. I might do it at 4. And then the game's at 7. So hopefully I'll see you guys then. And I should be feeling 100% back to normal. And I should be getting a video out, I hope, tomorrow. So look for that. And yeah, that's it. So thanks, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. And yeah, have a great night, everybody. And I think that's it. So stay safe till next time. Peace out, y'all. We'll see you soon.
Good night, everyone.
Bye, everybody.